Hi guys, welcome back to Fragments of a Simple Life. For every video I make is super simple. I am back with this little paint your own stone kit from Dollar Tree. I'll show the box really quick for anyone that didn't watch part 1, which was a whispering video. I know those are usually less popular and most people like it when I talk normally or kind of soft spoken, but part 1 was whispering and this one was going to be soft spoken, obviously. This is what we're going for. I'm still undecided about whether or not I'm going to paint the background green. We'll see. But this is what it looks like in real life. I have all the same stuff. I have my towel for wiping off the brushes, just like an old washcloth. I also have my old cup with fresh water that I use when I paint a lot. I have a bunch of brushes here of all different tiny sizes. These two are the ones that came with it, but if you look closely, this one right here, you can see the frayed little wispies. So I've been mostly using this one. I'm gonna put that one in the water, and then I don't think I'll need any of these, honestly. Maybe I'll put this one in the water just in case I do decide to go with green. I'll put the rest over here for now. We do have the paint as well. There's actually 2 sets of these. They're the exact same color. They're also numbered for whatever the reason, but it doesn't come with instructions on what you should do or where you should put each color. It's your choice. So I made the decision to just straight up copy the box. So we're gonna move on from where we are and do, I think we're gonna do these parts that are yellow because we already did these kind of upside down triangles. So we're gonna go in with the yellow, which I believe is number 3, and we'll start there. Okay. I'm trying to... Okay, so this big triangle here, that's the darker orange. We're going for these little triangles like that, there. So hopefully I don't get lost in the sauce, as they say. Okay, let's do the little paintbrush that it came with. Put the paint here. If I mess up, it's okay. There's no one to judge me. Except for you guys. Except for all of YouTube. Just kidding. My kids are officially done with school. They are on summer vacation. I don't know what that is going to mean for video making, but I do want to keep going with videos at least 4 days a week. They are older. What I really want to do is actually use my vlog channel that I never make videos on anymore because I'm too chicken. Go places and experience things and not be afraid to take out my phone. Everybody else does it, right? So I'm not really sure if people would want to follow my vlog channel if I were to do that, but I have to make a video and then tell you guys about it and then let it be your choice if you would like to see more of my face. I'm putting this out into the universe so that you guys can make me stick to it. I want to lose 20 pounds this summer. That's my goal. Menopause is very difficult. Women, we're all going to go through it, so don't be afraid to talk about it. Men, every woman you know has gone through it or they will, so don't be afraid to hear about it. But it's very difficult. It's the worst. One of the worst things that can happen naturally to, I think It probably is the worst thing that can happen to a person's health that's natural is menopause. That's how I describe it. The worst thing that can happen to someone's health that's actually a natural part of life. And it happens to women. We bring the kids into this world, if you have kids or want kids, and then we pay the price, and it's brutal. And I am only 42 years old, and I'm already done with the process. And no, I'm not afraid to share this. If you get married to a woman one day, or if you already are, men out there, you're going to have to deal with it through your wife. So it's good to learn about this kind of stuff. I'm glad it's being talked about more too, because when I was a kid, like, I didn't even know that my mom was going through it. Or when I was a kid, I was an adult actually, but I didn't know. So it's being talked about more and normalized more, and I'm glad for that. But it feels like it's being talked about more and normalized more right in time for me to be done going through the process of it. But you're never like fully done, I would say. Like the symptoms always are there. Maybe more mild, but always there. But anyways, suffice it to say, I would like to lose 20 pounds this summer. When people are usually like partying and drinking and, you know, picnics and barbecues and probably overeating, I'm like the opposite. I'm like, I need to get healthier. So, and my husband agrees and he's willing to join me. He's one of these people that like doesn't take good enough care of himself either, but he's like at least naturally skinny. Like, so annoying, but he is. So, we'll see. Wish me luck on that. Maybe on my vlog I could do like recipes and stuff, because I usually feel pretty comfortable in the kitchen, like if I'm trying to make something new or a little bit healthier version of something. And if you guys have any recommendations, like good books or, I don't know, good YouTube channels for working out. But we'll see. It's good to have a goal, right? Like I told my husband, my next yearly physical, I think, is in like September. And I would like to go to my physical being like healthier, not less healthy. So my doctor can be proud. And so I can like, live longer. That's always good. Pretty. Okay, I have these two left. The brush is getting kind of gunky. I don't know if I opened a different set of paints than last time. I wasn't really paying attention. But this one seems a little like thicker. So it might be a different one. A different set of colors of paints. Okay, and then last one. And then I'll look at the box, aka my cheat sheet, too much, and see what's next. Oopsie. Way too much. Getting kind of clunky. Kind of stripes. Okay. Okay, pretty. Ooh, we're fanning out. Okay, let's look. It looks like after this, the next big chunk, which is here, is number 4. So we'll do that next. Like I said, I haven't decided if I want to do the green background, because leaving it the like base color that it is, that like cement color, I kind of like it. I like that color a lot. So I don't know. Okay, let me close 3 so I don't confuse myself and go with 4. This is the color that I called macaroni and cheese. Okay, here we go. This is gonna add like a big punch of color, I think. I think this one's my favorite out of all the colors. I don't know why. Probably because it reminds me of macaroni and cheese. Kraft, which I can never eat again. Just kidding. After I was just talking about going on a diet. But yes, summer vacation is upon us. We still haven't decided what we're gonna do. Exactly. I know Knott's Berry Farm will be involved. Because we live here in Southern California. We got season passes for Christmas. So we've been, let me think. 1, 2, I'm counting. 3, 4, 5. We've been like, I think 5 times, 4 or 5 times already since getting them for Christmas. What we did is we got the food pass too, so we can eat there up to, I think it's up to twice a day. Not everything, unfortunately, just some things at the amusement park. But it's plenty of options. But we can eat there twice a day as long as it's like 4 hours apart or something like that, I think is the rule. So I know we're going there later on this month, because we've been trying to go there almost every month. We're going to go there later on this month in just a couple weeks. Not even a couple weeks, like a week and a half for my husband's birthday. And I think they're having some kind of like summer something at Knott's. Not really sure what, but I think there's like some specialty food and stuff like that. And then they also, across the street from Knott's, they have Soak City. And our passes include Soak City, which I don't really want to go to. After just talking about wanting to lose weight, walking around in a bathing suit in a public place is not my idea of a good time. But I have children, and your children are always watching. So you put on the bathing suit and you participate. Whether it's the beach or a public pool or Knott's Berry Farm, Soak City. I haven't been there either. So put on my bathing suit, put on a little pair of shorts, and participate. Because your kids, they're always looking to you. I didn't get this edge right here very good. Okay, that's pretty cute. I guess I'll go this way. Scoot this over. I know I have to dog sit for my best friend. This will be my 3rd year in a row dog sitting for her. Every year, my best friend goes on a cruise that her mom pays for. It's kind of like their tradition. I don't know if they're going to Alaska. I think it's usually Alaska. I've never been on a cruise. I'm not a big fan of water. It scares me. So I think it would take a lot for me to go on a cruise. I'd probably have to be like an old person that has like nothing to lose, where I'm like, if I fall over, oh well, I had a good life. But like for right now, I'm not really in a hurry to go on a cruise. No offense. But please feel free to convince me otherwise in the comments. Tell me if you've been on a cruise and why they're so amazing. And don't say food, because I'm gluten free. So saying that I should go somewhere because the food is great, like, doesn't work on me. Because I can't eat gluten. I saw on, I think it was Instagram, there's such thing as a gluten-free cruise where all the like food and alcoholic beverages, everything is like safe for people who have gluten sensitivity or celiac disease. I was like, what? Now that would be a party. Imagine being able to just eat and not worry. Like, they should do that for people with like milk allergies or like peanut allergies. Just knowing for sure that everything you put in your mouth, you don't have to think about it, or like you don't have to bring your own food. I'm gonna rinse this off because it's kind of gunky. That would just be so sweet. But yeah, dog sitting is the only thing I know I'm doing for sure. And my husband said he wants to start a small like summer business with the kids. I was like, all right. I don't know what he wants to do, but it's a cool idea. We also want to do like a reading program our own with the kids. Like, you know, for every chapter book you read, you like get a prize or whatever. My daughter, I don't even have to give her a prize to encourage her to read. I'm sure she will read like 5 books this summer, like, not even joking. But my son, on the other hand, incentive goes a long way, let's just say, with him. He kind of needs that. He needs that push a little more than my daughter does. But we'll see. My daughter said she wants to learn how to crochet or knit or whatever this summer. I was like, I love that. And my daughter took as her like elective in middle school this year, she took guitar class, which made my husband thrilled because he does play guitar. Like, he's in a little band and everything. So my daughter is not taking guitar class next year because there is no like, you know, guitar B or whatever. Like, there's no second class for guitar. That was the only one, and she took it already. So she can't take it again. And also, my daughter tried to get into ASB, which is kind of like almost like student government when you're in middle school. And she got in. Like, she had to like fill out an application and do an interview and everything, like a job. And she got in. So ASB is her elective for school. So I told my husband, I was like, I don't want her to lose everything that she's learned in guitar class, because she really liked it and she's really like naturally good, and I don't want her to stop. I would say she plays drums too, but like, she has a really natural talent for guitar. So I told my husband, I said, once a week you need to give her lessons because he plays, because I don't want her to lose what she's learned. So one night a week, I think, will be the two of them jamming out on the guitar, getting a lesson. Like, I want them to like pick a couple songs or something, and he has to teach her. And then at the end of the summer, she has to do like a little mini concert as her like final or something. I don't know. She is gonna keep playing the drums though. She is in after school jazz band as the drummer, And even with ASB, she will stay in the after school jazz band next year as the drummer, as percussion. So she'll still be doing music at school, it just won't be guitar class. This came with a surprisingly large amount of paint. Mm-hmm. Almost done. I have 1, 2, 3 more, and then I think the next color was like this one right here, the darker one. I would say the colors don't exactly match the box. Close, but not like a complete match. A little more muted, I would say. Mm-hmm. Do a little bit more on that one. Okay. This is very relaxing. Sometimes I like zone out and I forget I'm actually making a video because I'm just enjoying myself. The birds are very chirpy this morning. We keep having June gloom. Like every morning is June gloom. And it makes the humidity so bad, and then the sun comes out plus the humidity. It's just like, oh God, it's so gross. Yesterday was so gross. It's not as bad here though as other states. Like my mother-in-law lives in Louisiana, and man, their humidity, you will get out of the car and feel like you cannot breathe. Just truly cannot breathe. Every time we go there, I'm like, oh, okay, California is not that bad. We are a very dry heat compared to Louisiana. Louisiana is swampy for sure. Okay, so we're gonna, oh, I have paint on me. We're gonna go with number 5. And then it goes back to 4 like we just did, and then 5. That's the pattern. So it's 5 and then 4. Wait, yes. 5 and then 4 again, we just did, then 5 one more time. 5, 4, 5. Okay. Let's open this over here so I don't spill it. See, it's a lot less red than the box to me. I'm just gonna keep going with the same brush that it came with because it's tiny and it's working pretty good. Oh no, yeah, hold on you guys. I'm gonna switch. I think that this is not the one I used last time. I think that this one might be. That 5 on the other one is very thick. Yeah, this one is better, I think. Maybe. Okay, let's try again. It's like still stuck to my brush. It's a very thick, goopy mess. It's Dollar Tree. This is not high quality paints here. This is Dollar Tree. Although this project did cost $5. Okay, next. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to skip this one where there's supposed to be a 4. And I'm gonna do this last one right here since I already have the 5 open. Why go back and forth, right? I feel like I'm painting someone else's fingernail. Tiny little fingernail. These are not exactly like symmetrical or like evenly sized from one sun ray to the next. So how much paint I needed for one, I don't need that much for this one because this one's like smaller than that one. I have to clean up my mess. There we go. Kind of. Okay, and then we'll do the tip of this one, which again looks like someone's little tiny fingernail or tooth. I'm gonna go the opposite way. Okay. I almost feel like I need to turn it. Is that okay with you guys? I'm gonna turn it so I can see what I'm doing. I'm not painting all the way down because I'm still undecided on the green. I might have, I don't know. We'll see. I'm really undecided. I hear like a crying little puppy. I think I've already said this in videos, but we've had a few new neighbors move in. I think on my street and like the next street over. And man, I thought my dog barked. Their dogs bark and whine. It sounds like the dogs are like outside all day. Maybe, I'm not really sure. But it's a lot. Like, uh-oh, how's it gonna be for 4th of July? Everyone's dogs are gonna be howling. Okay. Cute. It is cute. Right. Wipe off the excess a little bit. Trying to get this last little bit. I'm gonna rinse it off because it's not the thinnest paint, which I guess is good for this project, but even this one it's not as gunky as the other one I put away, but it is thick. It is definitely thick. Sorry if you hear airplane. I hear airplane. I don't know if you can. It's getting closer. I can hear it. Okay, I'm going to turn it again. No, wait, let's keep it this way. Do these two first right here. And then I'll turn it again. It's weird this school year is like quieter, like less to do. At the end of the year, last year, my daughter finished elementary school. She like graduated elementary school. And my mother-in-law and her husband came from Louisiana to visit, and we got to go to like the clap out ceremony at school, and we got her like presents, and we made a big deal about her, and we went out to dinner, and everyone was so proud and blah blah. This time it's just like the year's kind of just quietly ending. I was like, oh, okay. But it was crazy because I took my daughter to the middle school to drop her off for her last day of school. And the last day of school is also the 8th grade graduation Because where I live, 8th grade is the end of middle school, and then 9th grade is the beginning of high school. So it's 8th grade graduation, and it was packed at my kid's school. I told her, I was like, does everyone know that the graduation ceremony is at 9 a.m.? Because this was like 8 a.m., like 10 after 8. And the streets were packed, really bad. And the middle school, I have to keep this in mind for the future. My daughter's middle school, they have a rule, kind of like high school graduation. You only get 3 tickets per family. Only 3 people can come. And I was just wondering, like, is there that many 8th graders for all of these cars when you're only supposed to bring 3 people per graduate? Because, like, for me and my husband, we would be 2 of the seats. And then you can only bring 1 other person. So, I don't know. I think that means that my mother-in-law might miss my daughter's graduation. We'll see, though. It's hard, too, because, like, the graduation is at 9 a.m. on the same day that is the last day of school for all the other schools in the district. So, for example, like, when my daughter is in 8th grade, her graduation day is going to be the same as my son's graduation day from elementary school. So he's not going to want to miss his last day of elementary school, which means he's going to miss his sister's graduation. And then when he graduates from elementary school on the same day, she will still be at school. I don't know. Maybe we could pull her out early. I don't know. My point being, it sucks that it's all on the same day. I told my husband, he's like, what? Why would they do that? I was like, I don't know. It would make a lot more sense to do it like tomorrow or the next day, like not the day of the last day of school. Like do it on like a Saturday at like 11. You know what I mean? People will come. People will make time for it. People postpone their vacations by 1 day to watch their children graduate in any grade. I don't know. Oh, you know what I was thinking? What if I did these ones green instead of doing the background green? That way we can see what it looks like. Because I like the like grayish white like cement color. I don't know why, but I do. But I want to try the green so I can see what it looks like. We'll do that. We're gonna not follow the box and do our own thing. Why not? Now I'm excited because I wanted to find a way to use the green for you guys, but I didn't want the background to be green because I feel like that was too much green. It's not really my style. I like the yellows and the oranges. I think it would really be cool and pop if like the background was like black or blue. Ooh, maybe I could buy some blue. I might actually have some acrylic paint that's blue. I don't know, we'll see. I'll ask my kids their opinion. Or maybe I'll let my daughter like finish it or something. Tell her, your first summer project, finish my project. Pick a color, because I definitely have some acrylic paints. I have like a really bright pink. I have red, like a cherry red. I don't know. We'll see. I think if I did paint it, it would probably make it look a little more like a mosaic, which I think is the intention. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you guys a quick story. So, my daughter's a straight A student. She's a really good student. And at her school, they give awards depending on like how good of a student you are. I don't know how much I agree with this, honestly, just from like a children's self-esteem perspective. But they give medals, like for good grades and good attendance and blah blah. And they literally give you like gold, silver, and bronze, depending on how good of a student you are. But obviously, there's like criteria, and so not all students qualify. If you qualify, then it's like how much you qualify will determine if you get gold, silver, or bronze. So I knew that my daughter probably wasn't going to get gold because your attendance has to be like 96% to get the gold, and my daughter's was at like 93%. But she was legitimately pretty sick multiple times this year, and she still has straight A's of 4.0. So we weren't mad about it. We're like, okay, silver, we understand, that's totally fine. So the first period teacher, which is a teacher that we have not liked very much all year, but so we still, my daughter, she's still pulling an A in that class. This teacher was supposed to be the one that gave out like an invitation, like a yellow piece of paper that was an invitation that tells the kid and tells the family, like, please join us at the school, your child's getting an award, so you like get invited. My daughter did not get one from the teacher, and we were floored. She like gets in my car and she's almost in tears because she worked her butt off and she didn't get the invitation, and we had no idea why. I literally called the school from in my car while parked outside the school, and they forwarded me to this teacher's actual classroom because he was still there. And this teacher said, your daughter doesn't qualify. She worked really hard and pulled her grades together in the end, but she doesn't qualify. And he was like, she also has a 93% in attendance. And I was like, I already know that, but shouldn't she qualify for something? And he was like, no, she doesn't qualify. There's 2 sets of criteria that she doesn't meet. And we were shocked, pissed, and pretty certain that he was wrong. So the very next day was awards day, and I did not go to the school to watch because I thought my daughter wasn't getting anything, and I thought my daughter wouldn't even be allowed to go into the multi-purpose room. I'm gonna try the green now, guys, because she, according to her teacher, like literally the day before, she doesn't qualify. So my daughter ended up talking to some friends, and the friends convinced her, just come anyways, come to the multi-purpose room anyways. Like fight for your grades, like if you think the teacher's wrong. So my daughter has a friend at the school, and this girl's mom is a substitute teacher for the school. So Zoe, my daughter, she knows this teacher, the substitute teacher, pretty well. And the substitute teacher was like, do you have your grades on your phone? Because there's like a student portal that the kids can get like an app for so they can keep track of their grades. And she's like, so the substitute teacher's like, show me your grades. This doesn't make sense. So my daughter pulls out her phone and shows her grades and shows that it's straight A's. And my daughter's like, I know I'm not going to get a gold medal, but I should get a medal, right? And the substitute teacher lady was basically like, yeah, come with me. This makes no sense. Long story short, they went to the office. The vice principal and principal got involved. They said, your teacher is wrong. You are correct. You are a silver medalist. My daughter's name got added to the list of kids to get an award, and she got her medal for the year, a silver medal. The teacher never apologized. No one at the school contacted me to apologize. I contacted the school to complain, but no one ever got back to me. And my daughter and I were right all along. And I missed my daughter getting an award. I could have been there. I was at home with my son after picking him up from school because elementary school got out first. We could have gone straight from my son's school to my daughter's school, and we would have missed like the first like 20 or 30 minutes, but we could have been there and we could have taken pictures and we could have watched my daughter get an award. And her teacher took that opportunity away from us. So, and the worst thing is, this teacher is getting promoted to be a 7th grade English teacher, and he could be my daughter's teacher again next year. And I'm like, oh no. It made me really upset. I was upset for my kid. And for us, we got kind of gypped. So to go from a big ordeal last year about my daughter and, celebrating her graduating elementary school, to go from that to a teacher that's completely wrong about my child and her qualifications and taking away opportunity to, make a big deal about her getting an award, was pretty mean. Pretty mean, but this is a teacher who has, I agree that teachers need to get kids ready for what's to come in high school and beyond, but this guy, the way that he teaches, he like walked straight into the school year and began teaching the kids like they were already in high school or even college. And he treated all the kids like they were flakes, incapable of getting things done. And I'm like, not my kid. My daughter's a straight A student. She's been a straight A student for like 90% of the school year. They just did state testing, and my daughter is at a 9th or 10th grade level in like math and science. And for like English and reading, my daughter's at a 12th grade level in 6th grade. My daughter is smart enough that she could literally skip the rest of middle school, like 7th and 8th grade, go straight to high school next year, and she wouldn't even be behind. But he treated my daughter and several other kids like crap. Like, you don't need to, if of all the kids whose like ass you need to ride, excuse my language, my daughter's not the one. No one has to push her. We don't even have to push her as parents, my husband and I. She is self-driving, self-motivated. So, this teacher, I don't know. He needed to give that focus and that energy to the children that really needed for him to be up their butt, because my daughter was not the one. Anyways, that's my story. So I'm hoping that next year will be different. I'm hoping that my daughter does not get that same teacher next year, but there's a strong possibility that she could. Because he's a hard teacher, so smart kids, like the way that they like separate you into like different classes, the quote-unquote really smart kids are the ones that get him because he's a hard teacher. And that's what I'm afraid of for my daughter. I'm afraid that because she is finishing the year strong, because she already had him already, and because she did well, I'm afraid she's going to get him again. And I might have to change her schedule if that happens. We'll see. Okay, I think for the last thing, because this is an incredibly long video and I'm talking too much, I'm going to do green in here. I'm very scared about it, but if I mess up, I mess up. Like, don't talk to me. I'm painting. I'm concentrating. I do kind of like the green after all. It does have a little bit of a sea foam, like a turquoise vibe, which is pretty. I feel like I'm literally like holding my breath. Okay. I bought this really big, pretty paint by numbers from the discount store that I love called Burlington. And I got it home and I started painting it. And it's paint by numbers, right? So there's numbers on the canvas. The paint is too thin to cover the numbers, which I've done a lot of paint by numbers, but that's a first. I gotta turn it again. Where it's like literally like not hiding anything. So I don't know what to do. Maybe I have to paint the actual number with a better, thicker paint in like white. Let it dry and then use the paints that it came with, because this paint by number, it's so many. It's so many colors. I would have to buy so much paint if I wanted to buy like a better, thicker paint. No, it's my fault. Like, well, it's cheap. What do you expect? This is such a little cranny to try and get in. It's going good though. It's looking like something, I think. Okay. I'll probably end up having to do like another coat for all the little spots that I'm missing right now. But I really just wanted to see the way it looked with a little more green, because it's prettier than I thought. I think adding the green makes it immediately look like a little more like Southwest flair. It reminds me of a road trip we took one time when my son, who's 9 years old, was only 10 months old and teething and still breastfeeding, occasionally breastfeeding. We drove on a road trip from California to Louisiana for Christmas. That was probably one of the top 5 dumbest things we've done as parents. My daughter was turning 4 and my son was 10 months. It was insane. I mean, insane. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad, you guys. I do need to touch it up a little bit, but what do we think? I think it actually turned out pretty. All right. I'll stop there. I probably could add more green, but I don't think I'm going to. I kind of like it just like that. Because you know what? It kind of looks like a flower, not the sun. Ooh, it's a flower. Okay. If you want to see more from me, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am officially on summer vacation, also known as, you know, my kids are with me all the time and not at school anymore. But I am going to try to just keep pushing through and making videos for you guys no matter what. If you think that I should start making vlogs and not be shy anymore this summer and show you guys what I'm doing and where I'm going in my life, because I do have a vlog channel that's just sitting there and I don't even use it, please let me know if that's something that you would want to see. I could use some encouragement. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.